folks, Bocephus here. Welcome to the channel, welcome back. So we're picking up where we left off from last episode. I'm actually the same day still playing it, but picking up where we left off from last episode, from last week. I still got to do some camp. I didn't want to do camp in case there's a lot of conversation there, so let's do it.
You will be once order is restored. Here, here.
Oh, here, here.
That's strange. Knowing I'll never hear Cazador's voice again. Knowing it'll never command me to bow against my will. I'm free from him. Forever. We could have tried. We could have given them the same chance I had. I was able to go out into the world and make better choices, to go against my nature and become more than a blood-sucking monster. Maybe they would have done the same. Or maybe not, but did we have the right to take that choice away from them? Probably yes. Destroying them wasn't a good solution, but maybe it was the least bad. I suppose that's the less convenient side of freedom, having to live with the choices you made. Back at the ritual, all I could see was the power on offer and the safety it promised. I was so blinded by it. Just as Cazador was. But you saw something in me. Someone else I could be. Someone who could break the cycle of power and terror that started centuries ago. You saved me back there. I may not have appreciated it at the time, but I do now. Thank you. You did more than that. You believed in me. Believed I was enough. Just the way I am. When I look at my future, anything and everything feels possible now. You saved me from myself and let me walk a new path where I can be free. Truly, honestly free. This is a gift, you know. Thank you. I won't forget it.
Private word would be nice.
He'd hate to hear me say this, but I'm so fucking proud of Astarion. He could have had it all, but he kept his soul instead. Wasn't sure he had it in him, but he's changed so much. Overcome so much darkness. Oh, I could smooch that pointy little face.
Astarion chose right, and any well-trained Githyanki would have chosen the same. We seek might not for individual power, but for the good of the collective. I may no longer serve Vlaakith, but I still attend to a collective, the allies of the Prince of the Comet, and, of course, the one we've made for ourselves. To seek power for personal glory alone is a farce. Astarion was wise to see it.
Astarion resisted the allure of Cazador's would-be powers, and I am glad of it. Whatever he would have gained would have come at a great price.
So Astarion didn't fulfill his master's ambitions for himself. At least that means he's his own man, though I'm a little surprised he didn't covet those powers.
They say that the only thing a vampire can feel is hunger. Nothing else touches them. Not grief or mercy. Or any sense of what is just. Who knows? There is often more ignorance than insight in what they say.
Astarion showed restraint where most others wouldn't. He might not appreciate the sentiment, but I'm proud of him.
You wish to consult me?
He has nothing to say. Okay, for this episode, I gotta pause it here, take care of inventory. I need to buy and sell stuff, or do, market stuff or whatever. Boy, I wish they'd clean up these dead bodies. But anyway, I gotta pause it here and continue on with this next episode. I'm not sure where we're gonna go from here. Let's see, what do we got? I don't think I want to free him. You find a way to destroy that book. Okay, so I need to read that book. All right, so we're gonna do the High Harbor next. All right, what book? Let's read that book. Legend of Answer. We should read it. I don't think I have it on me. Okay, well, let me deal with inventory. I'll deal with inventory, and then we'll continue forward. Alright, so there's a book I gotta read. This one's for Will, so let's do this one.
Of a true hero's spark.
Lightning, sparks, and torches.
Let's talk. It's not just a legend. It's a history. Consider this. To Wyrmway neath prison's deepest level. That must mean Wyrm's rock prison. That's where we'll find the entrance to this Wyrmway. Then this. With the shock of a true hero's spark flickers, the torches alight, and Wyrm's eye shall awake a glitter. To open the way, we'll need to spark torches. This dragon Unsor was Baldur's ally. We'd be fools to let him sleep while the Dead Three's chosen raised the city.
I need a moment for the two of us.
Let's talk. That's the spirit.
Can't give up now.
All right, so let's check out this dragon. Start buffing up.
Can't afford to stay out.
Don't you have nothing else to do but
Let him run amok. No lesson heeded. I doubt his father to discipline him. Probably dead in an alley or drunk in a tavern.
No, he works at the docks.
I'm sure. Gutting fish, is he? Or perhaps he works the street corner. Nothing would surprise me with your kind.
I don't care if he threw a bloody boulder at you. That's out of line.
At your command.
The Gazette reckons Lord Gortash is the second coming of Baldur. Horsecack!
Little brat.
You've had your say, now clear off. Go back to the upper city. I'm here anyway.
I am a gentleman who may venture where he pleases. It's you who must mind where they go. Not the king. Is this what the city is coming to? A man cannot stroll the thoroughfare without being assaulted by juvenile thugs.
Charmed, I'm sure.
It was just a
Just a pebble! Take out an eye! Break a tooth! Enter an open mouth and You wish to choke me to death?
Where am I needed?
That's loose my purse after.
ease about you. It was just a tiny stone bounced off your rump, not a ballista bolt.
Precisely
Gotta
the attitude that is ruining
move a
this
couple
city.
things for these
No pride, no
buttons here. I want that easily.
Breeze must be blowing inland today, bringing in the stench of the foundry. Belching smoke and metal screeches. Oh, keep the city peaceful, my arse.
I suppose your mother squeezed out a whole litter just like you, filling the damn city to the brim like a slop bucket. Just the sort Lord Gortash warns us of. Just the sort he'll deal with.
I'm sorry.
You will be, once order is restored.
Here, here.
Here, here. Surely you can't see if I was talking to a child. How old are you?
My shot's pilfered every day by rugs like him.
All right.
City should be for proper folk who earn their crust.
Ex textura.
Salutations. Ever heard of a Baldur?
I don't think so. What? Friend of yours?
Patriarch of the Tsar family.
When we have a pillar
Nasty
in the
fellow,
wall,
if the histories
you're
are
not
accurate.
looking for
I thought he had a familiar he could
I
summon
imagine
to.
Gortash will revive that grand tradition.
I want to do it again. But I swear.
Don't you have nothing else to do but browbeat this boy?
And what do you propose? Let him run amok? No lesson heeded. I doubt his father to discipline him. Probably dead
Oh, he works. At
Have
the
a lot on
docks.
my mind.
I'm sure.
Well,
Gutting fish.
Great steel watchers. Bloody hate them. No matter what the mouth says.
Some prison. Well, let's go there. Let's speak to Nine Fingers. We're getting distracted here.
at the ready.
This way? This way.
Through the thoroughfare without being assaulted by juvenile
Never been so tough. It was just a pebble, though.
Just a pebble! A pebble! Take out an arm! Break a tooth! Enter an open mouth!
Come on! When is it my turn? Be patient, citizen.
impressive fight again. You should consider a new name.
Take it you have some suggestions?
The Wizard Wonder. Or how about the Master of the Weave?
Tempting. But I think we might already have the maximum number of theatrical titles.
What's your gripe with Saluna anyway, Shadowheart?
She betrayed her sister and ruined the balance of things. Imagine turning on those who love you for your own glory.
That, man. I'm gonna go. The way I just came. Way around there? Looks like there is.
All right.
Oh, I'm not sure where to go here. At the guild hall. The guild hall's not here. And I see.
Not the bloody skies.
Okay, change. There's been a couple changes of plans. After some searching around, I decided to go find the guild hall, which I found. So let's get to this one.
Don't waste a step.
Stay alert. No.
Exactly, I'm supposed to be talking to.
Something's on my mind.
If it's Uktar you're after, he's in with the guild master. Not even Nine Fingers Keen can escape the great balancing of guild books. Thanks, but no thanks.
You can get near anywhere in the city from here without seeing daylight. Once you don't mind the tangy smell of sewer.
Look now, the Guildmaster's little hunt is bringing all sorts of new faces out of the woodwork.
The
Guild and the network have been circling like stray dogs for years. About time we lay down together.
Stay alert, Marina.
Any news?
Journals say the 9 fingers. Going over there.
The gods.
Just in case.
It's an orphanage, Ukta. What would you have me do? Seize their toys as payment?
Well, they failed to pay tribute. We should withdraw our protection, at the very least.
And cede more ground to the Stone Lord? You're not suggesting I yield a single inch of the city, my city, to this cult?
We already look weak. If you're seen to be forgiving debts...
I didn't say forgive. Seize the building. Arm any children old enough. If they protect what's mine, we'll consider that a start on what's owed.
Yes, Guildmaster. Excuse me? This is a private council.
Keep your underpants clean, Ukta. We're playing host to a hero. You owe me a gold piece, grandmother. When I heard you died out in the wilderness, I made an offering at Kellamvor's well. Of gold? Oh, I did not know I meant so much to you, Guildmaster. Oh, I'm terribly sentimental. Case in point, I've just let a harper walk through my guild hall, noticeably unholed. Because I'm curious about why you're here and who it is you've brought with you. This is the one who saved my life. So really, she owes you your gold piece. But we can settle debts later, Nine Fingers. For now, we need help. We're searching for Minsc of Rashomon. A big name, that. Such information does not come cheap, High Harper. Not in normal times. Of course. Seeing as these are not normal times and we're all such good friends, I'll do better than tell you where he is. I'm bringing him here as we speak. Or parts of him, at least. I gave no orders about the condition of his corpse. What treachery is this, Nine Fingers? Have you thrown in with the Absolute too? Against my own city? Careful. You're in very real danger of hurting my feelings. It's Minsk who's found his faith with Faerun's newest god. And a new name with it. The Stone Lord. Lies. I considered that. But there's a pattern to his strikes. An intent. In his short reign, the Stone Lord and his crew have earned a reputation. Pure brutality. No survivors. And where he mows my people down, this ripe little cult takes root. But not for much longer. We have word on where he plans to hit next. And he'll find us ready to hit back this time. Nine Fingers. Estelle. Call off your ambush, tell us where he is, and we'll handle this. We? I heard what happened to your harpers, Jaheira. I'm sorry, but this fight's too big for you alone. If you're half the friend you're posing as, you'll tell her that her part in this is done. The Stone Lord's fate is sealed. We have a bigger war to fight. I'd rather turn our talk to that, but if you need a moment, Jaheira, well, you've earned that much. My guild hall is open to you. Have a drink, Jaheira. Have a rest. Just leave well enough alone. It would be a shame for the city to lose 2 of its heroes in one day. There's little point in pressing Nine Fingers further. She means what she says. But we swore no vows. She won't tell us where to find Minsk. Someone else in her guild hall will. We need to be swift. I suppose we must greet the local wildlife. Guildhall is awash with ale-scented gossip at the best of times. These days, they have nothing but the Stone Lord to talk about.
No distractions, mate. Nine Fingers has me watching over Pierre Priss here. Wants our friends in Parliament close with this new Duke making moves.
A charm, of course. And then you'll do it yourself.
You did not see me. A peer of the Parliament openly walking the Guildhall would sell a few copies of Baldur's Mouth, I expect.
Before you ask, I ain't got none of that plum Prosecco. Now, what can I get you, newcomer? Around here, silence is golden, mate. Best remember that. Now, what can I get you?
What's the point in paying the guild for protection when they've pulled back all their crews? There's a bloody army coming!
Yeah, I wonder where that guy is with the mask. There he is.
You are not known to me. For supplies, seek the bugbear. To trade trinkets, the fetcher's brats. I am Uktar, duly elected guild bursar, and I will not have my time wasted.
Oh, is that what Nine Fingers was doing earlier? Wasting guild time with this Stone Lord business?
You might say so. I could not possibly comment.
I sense there is no love lost between the two of you.
I need not love to serve. You have a point you wish to make? I have not come so far by indulging in petty disputes. open to transactions of mutual benefit. I am interested in gaining access to vaults beneath the counting house. I'd pay well for keys to those vaults, provided said vaults are not emptied prematurely, of course. I suspect that what you seek might also be found beneath the counting house. I tell you this only as a matter of mutual interest.
She plans to ambush Minsk at the counting house. But what the hell's would he want there?
What you do with that information is a matter for yourself. Now, back to the vault keys. Do we have business to conduct? Until you do, then.
The counting house. More bastion than bank, I'm afraid. Minsk must have a way in. But it's never had much use for coin beyond whatever sharp steel it could buy. There must be something in the vaults the Great Chosen are after. All the more reason to get there. Swiftly. Only what we heard from Keen. He seems to have sprung up while we were out in the Shadowlands. The Stone Lord she described sounds nothing like Minsk. As for the name, well, a bad joke perhaps. The time of troubles ended almost a century and a half ago. I weathered the years between with all the elven grace you have no doubt come to expect. But do you know how Minsk, a human, passed those years? I'll give you a hint. They named him the Beloved Ranger.
The name strikes a dim memory. A monument to a hero on one of the city's squares, which had turned out to be the hero himself, frozen in stone until the city's hour of need.
Because who would question a statue to our friend? Thinking Minsk over Asherman had returned to a hero's welcome in Rasherman. I don't even know how he was freed. Harper work would take me from the city, sometimes for years at a time. The few occasions I visited his monument, well, I took it as a moment for reflection. To think of old friends, and the fight I had to continue in their name. And during all my self-serious brooding, that big, dumb, insufferable buffoon was staring me in the face. Ha! That was Minsk's feeling too. Perhaps I shouldn't be working so hard to bring you two together.
Colonel. To go to the counting house. How the dog climbs a ladder. Get over that way. Bye. This way. Alright, so counting house. It's the closest quick travel point over there.
Gazette has a transcript of a conversation with Archdeacon.
Interviews, politics, gossip, all of it gets in that bloody
latest Baldur's Mouth edition. Oh, dynamite! That Lord Gortash should have his own column. Never mind just an interview.
Should have at least locked the place up proper before they left.
5, 6, 7, 8. Excuse me, sir. Just spare a little gold. 9, 10, 11.
Have you seen what she's doing? Counting gold in front of a beggar. It's like eating bread in front of a starving child. Thank you, sir. At least some people in this world know kindness.
If you're looking where I'm looking.
Alright, so I gotta get in the vault.
My name is Hundley, but you can call me...
Wouldn't loiter too long here, sir. Makes the guards nervous.
Welcome to the counting house. I'm head clerk Mead, honey. How may the Fellowship of Financiers serve you?
You seem a little nervous, Sir Meat Honey. Had some difficult customers today? One in particular calling himself the Stone Lord, perhaps.
The who? The what? All right, fine. The head banker may have just taken a customer by that name down to the vaults. Rather large, rather heavily armed, which is against regulations. But I'm sure the head banker knows what he is doing.
I assure you, he does not. You are right to be nervous. But let us pass, and all will be well.
Well, who is this Stone Lord to you? That would be most unusual. But then so is our visitor.
That he is. But don't worry. We can handle him.
Very well. show the guards this temporary vault pass, and should my superior ask, keep my name out of it. Take your time down there, Headbanker. We're not busy up here at all.
Did I say I reduced the size of the group? Yeah, I did reduce the size of the group. Just in case.
Captain needs to see your pass.
Just in case there's not a whole lot of room in here.
Account holders only from here. Vault pass? Right. Descend and know. Upon entering the vaults, you forego the protection of city and church law alike. Which is to say, keep to your own vault and you'll be fine.
You could at least try to hide the dead. To bank clerks.
I am. If you're looking where I'm looking.
I'm really strong.
Immense regrets. Keeping me waiting for the academy.
Shoulder. Glitter beard kept chipping this rubbish just in the vault over and over. Then he dropped a door on me. Must have seen it.
Just need to see your vault pass, please. Looks in order. Blessed day to you.
Oh, I think we got a puzzle here. Let's look around a little bit first. Maybe I'm not supposed to be over here. Sure. Yep, that's... Gonna go in there.
For current door codes, please refer to the head banker's office. Highest security clearance only.
Banker's office.
What's in here?
Best avoid that trap.
So I'm going to find the codes.
I'm not that kind of drow. Table somewhere. For one.
Yeah, I heard. Word is
Maybe I won't. Never mind, little beard. It's me done his good butcher way to be. And I'm not kidding.
What's stopping you?
I'd have slapped him.
Mind your manners down here, sir. Titles don't mean much once you're in the vault.
You end up as a counting house cashier.
right. What now? Need to find a way forward.
Alright, so this here, and I forgot to record it, but went to the head banker's office, got a book, and found out what the code was. I'm in position now to implement the code.
Looking ahead.
My faith will guide me.
Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green.
No desire.
I've got a long road ahead. What path lies before me?
The auto saving, so I'm almost betting there's going to be a fight here.
It's still moving.
Hush your fussing. Nine Fingers had this one made especially. That little mouthful will barely slow it down.
But the stories...
Stories. Tall tales and big names, lad. Don't let them fool you. Elminster the Archmage, Drist the Drow exile. Heroes have power, aye, but not half so much as we do. A little coin into the right purse. A soft word in the right ear. It's not glory that spins these plains, lad. It's gold. See? Now. Moradin's cracked clay.
No gold in here? If there is one thing Minsk hates more than beasts with bad breath, it is those who are tricksome with the truth. And turnips. But you are no turnip. Let that be of comfort in your final moments.
Meet Minsk. He still seems very much himself to me.
You.
Stone Lord. Ha! Better to call yourself Stonehead.
Your false face does not fool my eyes. I will cut until you look like the monster you truly are.
Somehow, you are making even less sense than usual. Perhaps I can explain. The Stone Lord sees through your lies, shapeshifter. Count yourself lucky he cannot stay. Nine Fingers set a poor trap, little banker. Let the Absolute's faithful show you how it is done. Now come, Stone Lord. We have the gold, and the Absolute has need of it elsewhere.
As you say, Jaheira.
turning shape changers. Enough! Let us deal with these cultists, then find out where they are nesting.
Let's end this. On I go.
May the dice roll in my favor.
Come on, can't stay idle. Have to keep going.
through that big door.
Talk to me. Onward.
I don't fancy their chances.
Very well.
Just
Seems like a good moment to talk.
breathe.
If I'd have known there was that much.
You can tell Nine Fingers this was not my fault. She swore that mimic could swallow a bloody owlbear. Wait. You're no guild sworn. Who are you? Gratitude of the gold variety, I suppose you mean. Good luck with that. The Stone Lord just cleared our vaults. And now he has enough gold to make himself a lord in truth.
And he wouldn't even know what to spend it on. It's the cult that needs that money. Why?
You think anyone told me? Nine Fingers sent word the Stone Lord was going to try his luck on our vaults. So she told me to cooperate. Lure him in. Yes, sir, Stone Lord, sir. Shall we open the account in your name or the Absolute's? Just step this way to your special deposit box. Don't mind the teeth. No one mentioned he might have some old crone dropping in as backup.
Crone?
Look, I just mean to say, we both want him caught. If you've got your sights set on the Stone Lord, anyway. As chairman of the Fellowship of Financiers, I can assure you we'd reward you well for the return of the coin he took. Not for us, you understand. For the common Baldurian. Who knows what he's planning to do with it? Good for you. I happen to care a very great deal. Retrieve the coin, and I'll make sure you are well rewarded. There's treasures greater than gold. Feel free to poke around this place and it'll help you pick up the Stone Lord's scent. Me, I've got ledgers to amend.
like someone came through the sewers.
Is it the earth beneath that crunches, or the bones within?
Plenty left to see. With a flick of the wrist.
Somebody came through the sewers. Alright, so I went back to camp to get Astarion. Do some unlocking. We're going to save it. They said something about coming up through the sewers, but how did they get in here through the sewers? Gonna have some tough unlocks here. Oh, come on. That one was close. Ah! Man. Oh boy. You get to where you dread hearing that one noise because you know it's going to be fail. Look how close it was. There it is again. I may have to take some time to go shopping for potions and thieves' tools and stuff. Uh-oh, I think I got it. That's a perfect armor for him. Alright, there's some glowing stuff on the ground here. I wonder if I can destroy those containers over there.
Just breathe.
My prayers weren't much bloody use.
Ah, excellent choice.
Bloody jobs.
Let's explore.
I don't know what that shiny stuff is in there, but it should come through the basement somehow here.
What now?
See what he can do here.
With pleasure. How can shift next year's interest to this year?
Oh, I got it. First try. Holy smokes.
Bloody better not be coming out of my wages.
So Minsk has turned to the absolute. Maybe there's something to this cult.
A heavy chest.
Mum used to tell me about Minsk and Rasherman. Now I've got a story.
Just breathe. Breathe. And switch bloody jobs.
Well, my prayers weren't much bloody use.
Picking mimic teeth out of my clothes for a 10-day.
One step at a time.
Maybe Nina still needs a crack skull. Best drama working in the bloody festival.
Hells, if I'd have known there was that much coin back here, I'd have robbed the place myself.
Close.
Mum used to tell me about Minsk and Rasherman.
Ledgers are never going to balance. I'm a dead man.
Crossbow from somebody. Oh, this time.
Bloody better not be coming out of my wages.
So Minsk has turned to the absolute. Maybe there's something to this cult.
You believe I'm getting away with robbing the bank?
Just breathe. Breathe.
All right, well, I'm going to pause it here while he continues to rob the bank. And then we'll pick up the hunt from Minsk when he's done pilfering. We found a parasite in vaults.
not on
Sure.
my mind.
Minsk. He seemed to believe that doppelganger was truly Jaheira. A sure sign he's being manipulated.
I grow tired of these false faces. Every corner we turn, another. And now it is my face they use to turn Minsk against us. I am sorry, but I am just tired. Bastard. When I left Minsk to this fate, I believed I had no choice. I believe it still. We were ignorant of our enemy, unarmed against the cult. I made the right decision, but I do not like how easily I made it. Minsk would have never left me behind, no matter what happened. That is his problem entire. The past century left Minsk unchanged. And so he believes the world has never changed, that I have not. You saw the fool, hanging on the doppelganger's every word for no other reason than it wears my face. No. But snotting into my sleeve while there is still work to do is. Come, man. We need a lead on where these shapeshifters have fled to. Let's see what hints they left behind in the vault.
I am loath to admit it. But if we can pacify Minsk, he may be a worthy companion. Any man who can resist being digested by a mimic may even give an elder brain food for thought.
Minsk is being tricked. By the hells, we've got to rip him away from that shapeshifter.
Minsk believes a doppelganger to be Jaheira. He is being manipulated. I am all but certain.
Is something burdening you?
Now, accidentally off camera talk to Astarion, so you're not going to get to see what he has to say. You may have to look it up somebody else, but he already had that conversation.
Copper for your thoughts?
Of all the places I expected would find this Minsk, crawling from the broken jaws of a mimic wasn't high on my list. What's life without a few surprises, eh? There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure. No matter. After all, a bond like ours hardly needs words to express it. What else is troubling you?
All right, I got to take another pause here. Divvy up some loot. maybe change some colors and stuff on outfits, and continue on the hunt for Minsk. Okay, so the hunt for Minsk brings us here.
Never wanted the easy path. No traps, please.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Well, I wasn't trying to talk.
There's nothing.
Oh, I don't want to shut it.
All the coins there. My thanks. It sounds like you made quite a mess getting it, too. All in a day's work for the Lord of Murder, eh?
Our Lady. We serve only the Absolute.
Of course. Been years since we Zenta and dabbled in god worship. So easy to get them all mixed up. And you, big man. When did you start worshipping gods? Did they give your wee rodent a worm friend, too?
Rodent?
Enough! You will show the Stone Lord proper respect, and you will return to the guild hall and do as we have paid you to.
You're the boss.
Wait. Flop all you wish, little fish. But Minsk has caught you.
Right. I'm sure you have all of this in hand. We'll see you in the guild hall when the job is done.
Do not kill him! Find another way!
This feels good.
I should have saved it.
Outmaneuver them.
I'm ready. Got to move.
Ready. Into battle.
Of course, it ruined our concentration.
Let me recite their demise.
Right.
Forthwith.
Survival is all that matters. No choice but to keep going.
Jahira! You have an evil, much uglier twin sister? Minsk does not like this.
This is the easy part.
The lance board is set. Swiftly now.
Firebolt idea. Cause him lose. No.
Eat this!
I won't give in. I'll strike you down.
Step quick.
Let's finish this. Feel my mistress's wrath.
Against the darkness swarming his senses, a single light glows. Rage, flaring brighter every moment.
Killed her.
He won't stay down for long. Tell your Elith to protect him from the Elder Brain's influence. Quickly!
No. This one will not aid our cause. Get rid of him. Don't be foolish. He is too unpredictable. He will only be a hindrance to us. No, I will not be coerced into protecting him. You do not see what I do. His thoughts, his mind, pure chaos.
The mind flare pours poison in your ear, I think. Tell it I will tear the prism from your grasp and throw it into the deepest lava pit I can find. Long after our bones are dust and ash, the walls of its prison will still be burning. Now help my friend!
She bluffs. Surely she would not risk the fate of all for one simple life. Fine. Have it your way.
His mind unfolds beneath yours. A still lake pulls you down into its depths. Images flash by, battles fought, and friends fallen. His rage grows colder, burrows deeper, as a familiar face crystallizes before you.
Jaheira! You killed her!
You are being dramatic.
The instant's hesitation is enough. With a sensation of terrible rending, something vast and nameless falls away from his mind.
There. It is done.
Jaheira? I do not understand.
Good. That means you're back to your old ways. We have a lot to discuss. But first, you have someone to thank.
In the sudden silence, your minds merge once more. More memories, sensations, but passing too quickly for you to track. In the same breath, you share everything that happened to you. The Nautiloid, the Absolute, the chosen of the dead three.
You saved Minsk. While he danced like a Mind Flayer's meat puppet. Why? A level head and a kind heart. It is well that Boo kept me from crushing either. I would be rid of this parasite. Minsk takes orders from only one tiny beast, and he is much cuter than any mind maggot. He is... Where is he?
Should mind my step.
My friend, from our brief sharing of skulls, I know you have faced many strange beings, but none like this. Whatever happens, show no fear and stay your hand. Trust in Minsk. Minsk finds that the less thinking he does, the easier the trusting comes. Wait! You gaze into Minsk's soul and see his foul crimes. You smell the stench of evil upon him, pointy claws primed, ready to scratch out his eyes. I am sorry, my friend. I am at the mercy of your faultless justice. Now, if you must burrow through my blackened heart, I am ready. No? You are certain? Oh, such boundless compassion. You are all heart, and whiskers, and cute little nose. You are right, of course. There is still much evil for Boo and Minsk to stamp out. But we need not fight it alone. I have a new face to show you. But it is not a villainous one for the clawing, understand? This is Boo. And Boo, meet you? No, it is a hamster. A miniature giant space hamster. Fear not, you will learn the difference in time. Those villains locked Boo away, lest his righteous gaze cause their tadpole to flee in terror. Now we are together again. All will be exactly as... Boo, why do you use such language? Once more, my hamster proves himself my greater half, and makes the path clear when my mind is fuzzier than his tiny bottom. He says we will join with you, and cleanse Baldur's Gate of Evil. Together. Get comfortable, Boo. We go to battle and... to glory, or glorious death.
All right, so let's gotta go to camp. I'm sure there's some talking to do.
Jaheira, Boo is trying his best to explain, but I still do not understand your anger.
Do not hide behind your hamster, Ranger. You do not understand because you do not listen. We were the first to discover the cult, and if you had only waited, we might have marshaled our numbers and...
Good does not wait for evil to button up its breeches. When it offers buttocks for the smacking, Minsc and Boo greet cheek with hand. It is well that Boo's innocent ears still ring from all this shouting.
This mess falls on our heads, Minsk. The city under siege, its people poisoned by the cult. It all might have been avoided if you had just put your feelings aside and listened. You mean the doppelgangers? It is no comfort to me that my face made this fool all the easier to lead. The point remains. You meant well, Minsk. But you exposed the city to harm. You helped the cult spread. And worse, perhaps than any of this, you forced me to leave you behind.
But this is where Minsk falls short of the understanding, Jaheira. What else is a berserker for, if not to charge into danger ahead of his Wyrmway?
Wyrmway? Minsk, I am not your witch. You are not my bodyguard. This is not some high lodge of your homeland.
Boo agrees you're a queer kind of witch. But this city is a queer place. And Minsk, you may have noticed, is sometimes strange himself. The titles matter not. Only this. When Minsk does as Minsk does, and charges in to make a mess, Jaheira does as Jaheira does, and finds a way to save us all anyway.
Oh, I fight alongside fools.
You hear that, Boo? We fight alongside a Wyrmway again.
I am your friend, Ranger. I am not your witch. There will be no ointments or healing balms.
Not even for Boo?
All right. Let's venture forth and talk to everybody. Let's talk to Jaheira first.
In my heart. I think you might have made a terrible, terrible mistake. Huh? Chasing rumor halfway around the city and back. Crossing the guild. Wading through filth. Defying the one creature upon whom your very life depends. All for a madman and his rodent. The Absolute threatens thousands, the entire coast. And still you risked much to help one man. I should berate you. But I can only say thank you. Your reasons were your own. But whether you meant for it or not, your fight is our fight, huh? Both of us. To the very end. Those misty eyes are just age. Yes, I feel myself growing older as we stand here. So, lead the way. We're yours to command.
Another ball spawn buried by our hand. Ball should learn better than to send his offspring against us. They might as well be babes, dropped bare bottom into the Rashiman winter.
There is more than a little to know, I think. I am huge. Well, Boo, explain yourself. Clear enough? There is nothing jestful in the bond between a ranger and his companion. Before Boo, I was a typical berserker of Rashiman. Duty-bound and full of my own seriousness. The problem with one so gazing of their navel, however, they are easily ambushed. Brigands split my skull like a sodden wineskin. It was as I recovered that Boo first appeared. He told me that I had felt the great poking finger of justice, marking Minsk as its champion and Boo as my guide. As for the headache, well, justice cannot always afford to be gentle. Do not be ridiculous. If any of us is chosen by the gods, it is obviously Boo. Now, shall we away? My boots crave the crunch of unvirtuous nethers. Oh, the mind of Minsk is a simple place. Of what strangeness do you speak?
The memories resurface, a lifetime of battles blurring into one. A single constant is Minsk, launching into the fray no matter the foe, be they god, monster, or man. It seems just the barest glimpse of what the man before you has seen and done, but enough to know that he has no right to still be alive.
Ah, wait! That look in your eye. I know exactly what visions of Minsk you have seen to cause you such wonder. My pants. Thrice-laced in the Rashomar style, so that a berserker might split skulls without fear of splitting breeches too. They are fiendishly complex, but fear not for Minsk. With training, he has learned to master the many little knots. Well, as have you, no? Do not forget that when you gaze into Minsk, Minsk also gazes into you. We both fight evil, wherever it is found. The who and where are less important than the hamsters you meet along the way. On this matter of sharing memories, I see no reason for us to worry at one another's worms. If there is more we wish to know, we can simply ask, no? Exactly so. If I must peer into the mind of my enemy, I use an axe. For friends, there is ale. No, my friend. If you fear you have a question that Minsk cannot answer, then you can simply ask Boo. Of course, my friend. Or are we not friends? Then you have a sword at your side and a hamster at hand, whenever you need them. Unless I die, or you die, or you do anything at all to upset Boo. Now, does Boo see a question in your eye, or just a parasite poking through? Well, Boo, explain yourself. Clear enough?
Already
Boo has a way with words that we lack. All that space in the cheeks, I am thinking. Ah, you speak of Minsk's misshapen skull. It is true. I once suffered a most heroic head wound. Before Boo, I was a typical berserker of Rashomon. Duty-bound and full of my own seriousness. The problem with one so gazing of their navel, however, they are easily ambushed. Brigands split my skull like a sodden wineskin. It was as I recovered that Boo first appeared. As for the headache, well, justice cannot always afford to be gentle. Real? Boo, I think our friend has suffered a head wound of her own. Now, shall we away? My boots crave the crunch of unvirtuous nethers. So dark an alliance sealed with scentish contracts, cultish vows, and a dragon's shining horde. You think Minsk could forget? You are correct. I have no idea what any of that was about. But we shall simply... Boo! Why do you gnaw at my soft parts? I am trying to... Once again, in smaller words? I see. This truth you seek. Boo believes that Minsk is knowing more than Minsk knows. But it is a difficult thing. There are memories of this time that Minsk does not remember. And Boo suggests that just as he helps with tricksome itches in awkward places, you must reach what Minsk cannot. The parasite. You can use it to tickle free whatever truth you seek. I do not often go against the advisings of my hamster, but as you wish. Perhaps you might speak to the corpses you left behind. I'm sure Boo can scare his soul back into it long enough to answer some questions. You have seen my hamster, yes? Here we stay, then. But if Boo grows restless and chews holes in all your delicates, you only have yourself to blame.
Alright, maybe she can...
Fine lodgings you have found, my friend. Boo is already in negotiations with the guardian spirits of this place. In Baldur's Gate, they are likely to be rat-formed and eager to charge rent. But Boo shall secure safe slumber for all. Now, what do you need of Minsk?
Let's see if we get that option.
Minsk is an open book with many pretty pictures.
Illisted.
You hear that, Boo? Your keen skills of observation have not gone unnoticed. Our friend wishes to consult your wisdom. Minsc and Boo are of one mind and one heart, and Boo is the wiser. So small is Boo that he is often mistaken for a pinecone, and many secrets are spoken in his hearing. He will tell what he knows. But Minsk, of course, will translate. Ah, the Great Blade of Frontiers. A fine name. Minsk has no idea what it means, but it suits young Will's air of mystery well. It is good to know the city did not go unprotected while I wore pigeon droppings on the wide. Jahira did her part, of course, but she prefers to scowl from the shadows. This city needs a name. A face. Preferably a furry companion, too. Mizora. This is some manner of exotic bird? Mizora. Perhaps she and Boo will be friends. Indeed, a berserker after my own heart. Though hers is made of hellish heat and metal and some manner of coin-operated device. I would never think to mock. She is as fine a warrior as any I've met. Mercy Fenton stretched 2 spans tall. No, better. Karlach is Karlach. Even if all her parts were traded for tin and scrap, Minsk thinks this would still be so. And soon, Karlach will still be Karlach. But Karlach will also be cured. Minsk knows he is right, because Boo is in agreement, and hamsters have no need of hope. You will grow to like Jahira's incense in time. Like chewing herbs and soap, yes? Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures.
A lot of conversation. Let's continue on with that.
Who is ready with the musings? Who is Halsin? Oh, the tiny puny elf with leaves in his hair and dirt under his fingernails. His name is Halitosin, How very unfortunate. He is so small that Minsk barely notices his existence. No, Boo! The druid did not beat Minsk at the arm wrestling. It was not a fair match, and he turned into an owlbear midway through, and there was grease on the tree stump. A little rest to brush the road from Boo's fur, and then back to our adventuring.
A lot of talking to do with this dude.
Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Boo is ready with the musings. Minsk knows her people well. The skin of the world is thin up in Rasheman, and it is easier there for things to slip between the planes. Sometimes these are wonders from other worlds. Sometimes warriors, hungry for plunder. Such visitors have inspired a saying among my people. The children of Gith live long and forget the face of death. And so they come to Rasheman to be reminded. Exactly so. And the Illithids are our true enemies. If Boo must choose which enemy to fight, it will be Fisheye he dines on first, not that of any Githyanki. Besides, the children of Gith alone have witnessed a sight that I have long yearned to behold.
And for a moment, you share in a vision tinged with his awe. Imaginings of the astral sea, an immense horde of wild space hamsters drifting in the endless expanse.
The Githyanki may have Minsk of Rasheman's ire, sometimes healthy servings of his sword, but for this and this alone, they shall always have his respect. A little rest to brush the road from Boo's fur, and then back to our adventuring. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Boo is ready with the musings. Ah, well, you have traveled at her side much longer than Minsc and Boo. What is it you feel for her? Oh, praise the three! So, I will speak freely. Of the Drow, I can say only this. She may be treacherous, vicious, and much meaner than she has any need to be, but she is clearly no cleverer than Minsk. She too was duped by the Absolute, and she too seeks vengeance. So long as that is so, Minsk will not judge her. Boo still will, but quietly.
Alright, I think we're getting close to being done talking to
A little
this
rest
guy.
to brush the road from Boo's fur, and then back to our adventuring. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Countless tales are told of Boo and Minsk. Many of them are so outlandish that even I do not know if they are true. Did Minsk bravely fend off the seductive vials of a succubus in the cloisters of Candlekeep? Maybe. Did he take a bath in the river Styx and temporarily forget himself? I do not remember. Did he travel with a spawn of the god of murder? who warred against his evil brethren and battled triumphantly at the throne of Baal itself? Of course! It was a splendid adventure. Oh, a curious question. Are a child and his father always alike? Take Minsk. He does not have a clear memory of the face of his father, but he does remember tugging on the thick, red whiskers that sprang from his chin. A beard for the ages. Boo could have nested there happily through even the harshest of Rashomon winters. Now, look closely at Minsk, and what do you see? Well, yes, but also... Boo is correct. No beard. There are more whiskers on his tiny face than on the mighty chin of Minsk. If Minsk did not inherit the flaming red hair of his mother, or the bushy red beard of his father, why would the spawn of Baal inherit his wickedness? I have many more thoughts about beards to share. I did not know you cared to hear them. A little rest to brush the road from Boo's fur, and then back to our adventuring. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Ah, you come in search of stories. It is not yet time to tuck Boo in for the night, but very well. After our adventurings with the Ballspawn, Boo had had his fill of godly flesh. So, we returned to Baldur's Gate for a time. After all, in every city there is a sweaty underbelly, crying out for a virtuous scrubbing. None better to wield a brush than Minsc and Boo. Perhaps we rubbed some villain's rump a little too raw. This Minsk does not know. One moment we stood in the city slums, the next, ambush. Then Minsc and Boo woke on the wide with stone dust in sensitive places. Aha! Perhaps this is the reason, Boo. It is not because of the legendary thickness of my skull. If you wish to know the answer to that, ask a statue. For Minsk, those years passed as quick as a hiccup. It was long ago, then it is now. Jahira says Minsk and Boo were often draped in flowers and showered with wine. Still as stone, but the life of the party nonetheless. But there is no glory without action, and no valor without violence. I would rather be as small as Boo, yet made of muscle and rage and virtue, than as large as Minsk, but made of cold stone. We have! Is it not wonderful? There is no need for sweet words between companions such as we. Too often those are the weapons of flatterers and frauds. But she who will beat you about the head with the cold and pointy truth, that is a true Wicklaren. is only as good as the friends they have at their back. This is why Boo favors this spot just above my buttocks.
I wish you wouldn't end the conversation like that.
A little rest to brush the road from Boo's fur, and then back to our adventuring. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures. Oh, my friend, there is much more to know of Minsk's homeland than he could ever put into words. Boo might fare better, but his home is far stranger again. Well, in many ways, it is the very opposite of this city. The far side of Faerun, with empty plains, white forests, and peaks that pierce the very belly of the sky. But it is like the city too. Here, it is loud with the daily wailing of people. In Rashomon, it is also loud, if you know where to listen. The Telthors, guardian spirits of every root, rock, and tree. Here in the Sleeping Lands they are silent, but in the far north, they know how to speak still. Such a skeptic, my friend. Minsk cannot prove the point to you, for the Telthors of this land lie sleeping. And for this, we had best be glad. In Rashomon, a Telthor is wind and snow and soil. In Baldur's Gate, it would be stink and stain and a far less pleasant type of soil. If my meaning is not clear, just check under your boot. The first time, my Dajema, a warrior's quest of proving. Minsk quickly proved that quests do not always go as the stories say. After wandering a ways and some savings of the Sword Ghost, Minsk returned to Rashomon to find a welcome fit for hamsters and heroes. The Iron Lord himself came to bear witness to Boo. Minsk of Rashomon, said he, your Dajema is done. Minsk politely disagreed. Dinah here was dead, and so his Dajema could never be done. Then swear your service to me, Minsk of Rashomon, said he. Serve your land as your lord's chosen champion. Minsk politely disagreed. It was a little awkward, but he had already sworn his service to Boo. Minsk of Rashomon, said he. You insult your Iron Lord. We will settle this matter in the circle of combat. It was only polite for Minsk to agree. After they carried the Iron Lord away, the Council of Witches gave Minsk a pack of provisions and said it would be best if he continued his adventures for a time. Yes, Boo, that was before we were stone. Perhaps we are due a little homecoming when all of this is done, no?
Alright. Was there anything else? Let's check.
You come to speak of the last time Minsk stood watch? The snoring, it was Boo. Minsk is an open book with many pretty pictures. Boo is ready with the musings.
Anybody else? Nobody else he's going to talk about. All right.
Boo seems like a worthy addition to our group. His pet, Minsk, may prove useful also.
I will fight alongside Minsk. But if he so much as refers to my butt, let alone attempts to kick it, I will skewer that damned hamster of his. A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind? He would despise me if he had the wits to understand me. But as long as he believes we have a common cause, he does not see beyond that. I enjoy his simplicity. Oloth helped me. Sometimes I almost envy it. If I did not have my schemes, I would hardly know where to aim my boot.
Let's talk.
What's to say there?
Minsk has great heart. We shall need the likes of him for the trials to come.
How good to see you. Come for a chat?
On Kresh Kalir, giant space hamsters are a staple food. Their hocks are quite scrumptious, if a bit fatty. Very. But I've never heard of a miniature version, let alone a conversant one. Which means Boo is either a rare specimen or an ordinary hamster.
Minsk just joined our team. This is the best day of my life.
So, we can add one bald wall of muscle to our little group. I'm sure he'll come in handy. Maybe as a doorstop.
It's funny, that's not what he said before.
Minsk seems quite the, enthusiastic ally. Would all do well to remain on his good side. And out of the range of his fists. There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure. No matter. After all, a bond like ours hardly needs words to express it. What else is troubling you?
Alright, well, that kind of dragged on this episode a little bit, but we got all that conversing out of the way. I gotta check out Minsk gear and all that stuff. I don't know if I have anything really to go with them yet, so anyway, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be good to yourself. Take care of each other. Stay safe out there. And I'll catch you next video.